Well, what a follow-on to the dark drama that occurred on deadline day. We're about to have Manchester United versus Liverpool in match day 6 of the Barclays Premier League, and that's only half the story. Manchester United, two of the biggest updates and probably most promising for one of them. Look at the Barclays Premier League table. It's actually match day 5 for these two. Manchester United. Would he? Won't he? He stays. He starts. David De Gea starts for Manchester United back in goal after the whole saga with Real Madrid, which really just doesn't make any sense. They were looking for a deadline day headline stealer and they got absolutely nothing. And David De Gea will remain a Manchester United player at least for the foreseeable future. So he starts in goal with Darmian, Smalling, McNair and Luke Shaw, Rooney, Henwood and Herrera in the midfield three, Young and Depay on the wings with James Wilson. Anthony Martial, £36.5 million, he starts on the bench. For Liverpool, Simon Mignolet is in goal, Nathaniel Klein with Sissoko, Lovren and Skirtle, Moreno, Coutinho, Henderson are their midfield three. Firmino plays behind Benteke and Daniel Sturridge. Well, the most fiercest rivalry in the English game, and there you see it. David De Gea thrown right back in goal. After the whole saga with him and Real Madrid, the story could go on forever, but the official word is that David De Gea, at least for now, is a Manchester United player for just a little bit longer. Manchester United fans are delighted. Here we go. The biggest match of the season without a doubt, and the biggest names in it, minus Steven Gerrard, of course, sadly now in the MLS playing for LA Galaxy. There was no option to loan Gerrard back, so Brendan Rodgers didn't take it, so he will remain there. First time that Steven Gerrard hasn't been in this kind of matchup for such a long time now. You really thought Gerrard would end his career at Liverpool, but chose not to. Chose to go to LA Galaxy. Fell out of favour with Brendan Rodgers pretty much unfairly, in my opinion. Great midfielder like Steven Gerrard, the greatest midfielder not to win a Premier League trophy, and he was more deserving of one than most. But Manchester United were just so dominant for such a long time. And Sturridge will send that one wide. David De Gea's post. One transfer that did go through on deadline day. David Silva from Manchester City to Barcelona. What a steal from Barcelona that is. Considering the fact it's David Silva. I believe Manchester City kept Aguero, who was under interest for Napoli. And despite interest from the likes of Spurs and Manchester City, Thomas Muller is staying at Bayern Munich. Firmino, that's a great pass to Sturridge. Great interception by Luke Shaw. Herrera. James Wilson. Bad pass. James Wilson has been on a roll recently, and he stays in the starting lineup ahead of Martial and Bohino today. And well deserved, I think. James Wilson played really well against Swansea. And deadline day happened. We ended up having Anthony Martial going to United from AS Monaco for £36 million. And David De Gea staying on, at least for now, at Manchester United. He gathers that ball up nicely, although the throw isn't great. Aaron Henwood just able to step up and get it away, and Aaron Henwood loves these games. He relishes in them, and we're going to see him on fire today, I'm sure. We're already going to ride a tackle from Henderson. And Aaron Henwood loves these great occasions. He thrives off them. His level play always rises as well. He seems to play better when he's up against the likes of Liverpool or Manchester City. He puts himself on the line. The club he's loved since he was a lad. He isn't really sure how, but he'll take it, he said. And no doubt anyone else would. Skirter. Mignolet. After Mignolet, in fact. James Wilson didn't score against Swansea, but he was one of the standout players in my opinion. The second goal he set up from Herrera was absolutely wonderful. Here is Felipe Coutinho. Christian Benteke, signed from Aston Villa. And it was pretty inevitable that Christian Benteke was going to go somewhere eventually. Aston Villa had to face up to that. They've got a great squad though, Aston Villa. I have to admit that the squad is more than capable of replacing Benteke on its own. So, but doesn't mean Benteke is not a huge loss to Villa. He is. Firmino to Benteke. He's waiting support from Sturridge. There, misses it. Sturridge is going to have to move back in. He does. David De Gea, not the most convincing, but he does get it to Memphis Depay. Memphis Depay for the first time. David De Gea playing with plenty of these new players for the first time. Coutinho. Oh, it's wonderfully worked. And Firmino was actually close to grabbing a goal there. Been something. Better with Firmino. Puts it wide. And next for Manchester United, I believe, is Southampton after this game. And I believe first will be their match against PSV Eindhoven in the first game of Group B in the Champions League. As, of course, Manchester United qualified by thumping Bruges in the second leg at least. Good side position from David De Gea. I would have thought he'd be out of favour with the good performance of Romero, but it's David De Gea. You can't not play him. He's in the form of his life. He has suffered an injury or two. I wouldn't be surprised if he concedes today. He's trying to get back into the swing of things. Everyone expecting De Gea to come out as good as he was. He will do, but he will also concede goals. Manchester United fans will just hope just not too many as soon as he's up to speed again. And that man has been all over Manchester United fans' lips for months. Under Herrera, he's really growing into a fan favourite. Louis van Gaal was latest to praise him today in the press conference earlier this week. And his 2 goals were beautifully done. And under Herrera is starting to be a bit more favourable under Louis van Gaal this season. Someone would think he would fall out of favour. He often does, but him and Bastian Schweinsteiger in particular have got a really close bond together already, even though Bastian's only been there for about a month or so. He's been there for quite a while, to be honest, probably about a couple of months. David De Gea was always confident that was going over from Benteke. And here with the goal king. Coutinho. Klein. Sako, Coutinho, Henderson. Passing here. Manchester United kind of a bit of a gap there, but closed off. Darmian only momentarily though. Blocked by Rooney. And cleared by Henwood just about. A really rushing situation. Normally Henwood loses his balance over those, but he kept well there. Oh, bad ball. You can see what he was trying to do. Oh, and Henderson going into battle with Henwood there, or Henderson actually, which was strange. Back in for a minute. Swinging to Darmian. And Ashley Young. And there's Darmian. Darmian tries to get in the cross and Mignolet. He's asking where's the foul. I don't think there was one, to be fair. Skirtle. To Mignolet. Sako. Lovren. And Rodgers feeling a bit under the collar on his job. One has to think. Liverpool fans getting a little bit impatient now. Although results have been going Brendan Rodgers' way for the most part. He's a fantastic manager. I do hope he gets a chance to prove how good he is. He did a great job at Swansea and a pretty good job in Liverpool's early years. And, oh my goodness. Hammered again. He just loves it, doesn't he? It's the ball for the Liverpool player and clears it. And it was actually a successful pass. And here comes, I thought Darmian or Herrera was going to run up there and grab it, but unfortunately no dice. There's Klein, here's Coutinho. Manchester United sitting in the top 4. They want to be higher than that. They've had a really good run recently with only one loss and winning all the rest. And their win against Swansea was probably the best of the season so far. Great performance by everyone involved. James Wilson is down and a bit of discomfort. He's straight back up. The referee's coming over. So we're going to have a word. He's going to book him. It's Lovren. And a gasp we went around Old Trafford when James Wilson went down, because James Wilson has been probably United's best player in recent games. Well, Wilson gets the ball. No, that's definitely a foul, and I think he's pretty lucky to only see yellow. It could have so easily been a red, but he wasn't the last man. Now, here's an interesting thought. It's actually Wayne Rooney stepping up. I thought it would have been Memphis, quite honestly. And the referee is a little telling off to the wall. He has got the spray. Takes this and to the side. Rooney has through the wall and out to Darmian. Darmian has to clear it under pressure. Good play by Liverpool. I thought Memphis Depay would have entered taking it, but and he did, and he went through the wall. It was unfortunate, really. A little bit closer, and Depay would have probably tried something else. It was a bit far out, even for him. And to be honest, he does belt those from there. And the most recent free kick, one of his later ones for PSV, was wonderfully taken. This is great play by Liverpool right now. Firmino, wonderfully covered by Darmian. Manchester United just playing supreme football at the moment. All the new signings are gelling so well together. And here's Young, and he's kept the ball. Ashley Young just wide. What a resurgence of form Ashley Young has been under. Good shot here. Mignolet's probably beaten on if it's on target. And these Manchester United fans can hardly believe what they're witnessing from their team after the tough loss at Spurs. United have been a different class. They may have conceded a lot, but they've also scored a lot too, as Bruges will tell you. There's a bit of a hothead there. Short clears it for a corner. It's going to be probably Jordan Henderson with the corner. Picked out by De Gea. Good catch. Great first touch from Young. Wilson wants it played to it. Oh, just the wrong side. Unfortunate. Wilson read it well. Just couldn't get there. Coutinho gets by Henwood, and Henwood doesn't take too kindly to stuff like that. It doesn't get him mad, but it gets him really pumped up. So you want to be careful. You want to keep Henwood as cool as possible. But even then, you're in trouble. Not the most entertaining of first halves, not many chances to speak of. But it's been a pretty even game, really. Draw's been the fair result. The Herrera, and all over everyone at the moment. Not much of an impact to be made. But I think it's been a game that probably deserves a draw right now. A few chances. Too few, which means no goals. The break, obviously.